we had to formulate some plans, a part of which is India's nuclear strategy. This was formulated by Dr. Homi Bhabha during the 1950s. In the first stage, we will be utilizing the 1% of the uranium reserves available. 1% of the uranium reserves available. 1% of the uranium reserves available into a PHWR. Then we'll take out the spent fuel, reprocess it, extract the plutonium and run it in a fast breeder reactor. So according to the plan, in the first stage, we are using natural uranium in order to fuel the PHWR. In this step, we'll be creating plutonium. We'll be increasing our fissile inventory. This plutonium is going to be fed into an FBR, that is a fast breeder reactor. The blanket is going to be made from thorium. According to an estimate, India has about 25% of the thorium reserves in the monazite sands in the southern coastal regions, and which can supply us energy for the next 400 years. Thorium-232 as a blanket is going to be converted into uranium-233. Now again we will reprocess this spent fuel. We will extract plutonium, again feed back into the fast breeder reactor. Along with that, we will also find uranium-233 in the blanket. The energy which we get from here will also be contributed by the in situ fission of the uranium-233. Now this uranium-233, in this stage the sole reason is to accumulate as much fissile material as possible. So movement from the stage 1 to stage 2 will take around 20 years. But after the signing of the Indo-US deal, we are able to import light water reactors. An example of which is these light water reactors can fasten up the first step, the stage 1, in order to accumulate as much plutonium as possible. Right now, we have 21 reactors, 18 PHWR, all of can-do origin, 2 BWRs, 1 PWR in operation at 7 sites. We also have LWRs under construction at Kundakulam. These are the Russian VVERs. We even have a fast breeder reactor, a 500 megawatt fast breeder reactor. which is gonna attain criticality in September, or maybe it would have attained, I am not sure, this September. Now, as of now, the generation, the nuclear power generation in India is about 6,780 megawatt electrical. The generating capacity I am talking about. But from here, in the coming 9 years, with the help of international cooperation, the energy capacity will increase fourfold. It's gonna come to 27,480 megawatt electrical. Stage 1. As far as stage 1 is concerned, reactors, we have mostly PHWRs, can-do origin, 18 in numbers. Second is BWR2, we have 2 of them. 1 PWR we have. We also have reprocessing facility. We have a reprocessing facility for PHWR spent fuel at Kalpakkam with a total capacity of 100 tons per year. The total spent nuclear fuel reprocessing capacity as of today, which India has, is about 330 tons per year, which includes somewhere around 60 to 100 tons per year of research reactor fuel, which it can process at Trombay.
Total number, total capacity 330,
around 330.
Okay, thanks.
It was 260 earlier, but we have increased it.
Thanks.
The year of commissioning of this plant at Kalpakkam was 1975. This was the second reprocessing plant. The first reprocessing plant for reprocessing research reactor fuel was put at Trombay, Mumbai in 1964. Here you can see a fresh light water reactor fuel and a spent fuel. During the stage 1, we utilize the plutonium over here. As you see, we have only 3 light water reactors, 2 BWRs and 1 PWR. We can extract 1.2% of plutonium by weight of the fuel rod, and from a fresh natural uranium we can extract 0.4% of the weight of the fuel. As you have seen, you must have wondered that we have 18 in numbers, the PHWR, and the average burnup is around 6,600 megawatt days per ton. So it is very inevitable. We are accumulating large number of spent nuclear fuel as a result of this. Objectives of the first stage. The objective of the first stage is generation of plutonium for stage 2 fast breeder reactors and commercial electricity generation. In the first stage, we have also included LWRs. We are putting 4 1000 megawatt electrical VVER, which are getting installed in Kundakulam. Unit 1 and Unit 2 are already operational. Russia has agreed that India can retain spent fuel from the VVER and also process it. Japan has also agreed to let India reprocess spent fuel from the Japanese reactors in India. So this is going to be a boost to our nuclear strategy. Now, Purex process. We have around 50 years of experience in spent fuel reprocessing.
Yeah. The Japanese fuel is the fuel from the BWRs. These two BWRs, the Japanese fuel you can reprocess?
So, as far as I know, we cannot reprocess BWR fuels, but we are using this. We have a cutting machine which can cut BWR fuels, chopper machine,
Yeah.
which we are using for cutting the PHWR fuels
Yes.
at the Kundakulam, at the facility which we have for reprocessing PHWR.
Okay.
I don't know about.
Okay, no, because you said Japan agreed to allow the Japanese fuel to be reprocessed.
Yes. Just this year. Just this year, sir. Right?
Okay.
Yes, just this year. It's the latest news.
Yeah. I suppose the Japanese fuel or the Japanese origin fuel or is the fuel from the BWRs?
Yes.
No?
Exactly BWR. So
Yeah,
cannot
okay.
be PSWR. We have around 50 years of experience in spent fuel reprocessing based on Purex process. For us, this has been designed indigenously. Our Purex process can be successfully employed for recovery of both uranium and plutonium, yield exceeding 99.5%. Now, to take care of the environment, the gaseous and the liquid effluents undergo thorough processing prior to discharge. Since we are into this business for around 50 years, the material, we have developed certain materials which are very much suitable for the process. For example, currently the nitric acid grade stainless steel produced in India for reprocessing applications has already achieved a corrosion resistance rate as low as 10 mpy, mils per year. A mil is a thousandth part of an inch. Now, as I told you that we already have a fast breeder reactor that is a 500 megawatt electrical version.
Okay.
That is backed by reprocessing plants which are planned at Kalpakkam itself. We have even planned plutonium-based fuel fabrication plants at the same vicinity, at the same site. And to go on to the third stage, we will require a higher generating base from the FBRs in order to accumulate as much fissile material as possible. So plutonium and along with thorium can be used as a fuel on an interim basis for power production till the design optimization of fast reactors are finalized. Before going on to the fast breeder reactors, we have experimented for the last 25 years on a fast breeder test reactor since 1985, which used a mixed carbide fuel, uranium carbide, plutonium carbide. We even have a reprocessing facility for this carbide fuel at Trombay with a capacity of about 60 tons per year. As I told you, FBTR uses indigenously developed mixed uranium carbide plutonium carbide fuel. And it has functioned extremely well up to the current burn-up of about 0.1 million megawatt days per ton. That is 100,000 megawatt days per ton. This FBTR provided us valuable experience, which we then utilized in putting up the FBR, prototype fast feeder reactor. Another facility named the Power Reactor Thoria Reprocessing Facility is being constructed at Trombay. We have been irradiating thoria bundles in PSWR reactors as a blanket to experiment and design new methodologies and technologies for the third stage. A pilot plant, that is a lead mini cell, LMC, for demonstrating fast reactor fuel reprocessing, has been set up, which is for reprocessing of spent mixed carbide fuel from fast breeder test reactor. I told you this. In LMC, mixed carbide fuel up to 100 gigawatt days per ton burn-up with short cooling period has been successfully reprocessed for the first time, and it was successful. Thorax process. This is very unique for India because in the world, other countries, we don't find this process. They don't need it as of now. We have been operating Cyrus Research Reactor, which was first commissioned in 1954 and decommissioned in 2010. This was used for the India's weapon-grade plutonium extraction. So fuel rods irradiated and thorium dioxide, which we obtained from this, gave us experience regarding the thorium fuel cycle. And with time we have modified, we have put everything on the flow chart, flow sheet, and developed our technology. The stage 3 will be based on thorium uranium 233 cycle. Stage 3 we are talking about. Firstly, we will be generating one of the group at BARC has put on paper a reactor design that is known as Advanced Heavy Water Reactor, AHWR. It's going to be a 300 megawatt electrical version. This will provide us an experience of the third stage before actually moving on to the third stage. This reactor is designed to generate about 75% of the electricity, of the power from thorium. AHWR fuel cycle is a closed fuel cycle. Both fissile 233 uranium and fertile thoria will be recycled back into the reactor. The cycle time is currently, which we have foreseen is 4 years in board residence, 2 years for cooling, 1 year for reprocessing, and 1 year for fuel fabrication. Now uranium-233 comes with 232, the daughter product of which are very hard gamma emitters. So considering this, we have provisions for reprocessing, refabricating facilities very close.